After years of development, Black Adam has finally made it to the big screen, with Dwayne Johnson receiving praise for his portrayal of the anti-hero. But many fans have been wondering if we will now see Black Adam go up against another DC favorite, Shazam. Stay tuned to find out all the need-to-know details along with some of the best superhero fights to date. First up, will Shazam ever fight Black Adam? Even though there hasn't been much Shazam-related news in recent months, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson hasn't forgotten to remind viewers that appeared as the film's villain, Black Adam. Although the black-garbed Kondakian typically battles the world's mightiest mortal, Johnson has hinted that his character may clash with Henry Cavill's Superman in the upcoming film. However, don't anticipate a Shazam battle between the two of them. Dwayne Johnson responded to a fan's questions on Twitter about whether he would be ecstatic to take on Superman by saying that it won't happen in the first movie, but the Man of Steel will undoubtedly get his comeuppance in a potential future sequel. Now, if it didn't hit your radar over 7 months ago, Johnson called Superman out on social media when he shared a photo of himself sporting the S shield on his shirt along with the statement, "No capes." Johnson's obviously eager to engage in combat, not just with Shazam, but with the other DCEU characters as well. He also hinted at Black Adam possibly facing off against some Justice League members last year, although if that occurs, it will probably come after 2022. Although the idea of Superman appearing in Shazam may seem strange at first, it's happened before. In previous comic book tales, the two heroes have worked together, and in the 2010 short film Superman/Shazam: The Return of Black Adam, they shared the lead role. Additionally, the DCEU has already experimented with having some heroes appear in films when they aren't the major subject. Batman will appear in Suicide Squad in August, Wonder Woman played a significant role in Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice last month, and it's claimed that Cyborg will appear in The Flash. But given that there has yet to be any mention of Shazam or his young counterpart Billy Batson first appearing in the Justice League films, they likely don't want any attention for his debut by potentially throwing Superman into the overall mix. Now, speaking of superheroes fighting, what are the best matchups we have seen throughout the years? Both DC and Marvel aim to maintain their supremacy on the big screen as comic book and superhero fans get ready for another massive year in the film industry. The X-Men, Spider-Man, and the Dark Knight trilogy are just a few of the significant franchises that were launched in the film business throughout the 2000s. The MCU began with 2008's Iron Man and hasn't stopped since, delivering multiple movies a year and revolutionizing shared cinematic universes. The best superhero movies have compelling plots, top-notch performances, and incredible action, with some of the best combat scenes in cinematic history. First up, Captain America vs. the Winter Soldier. Captain America and his old friend Bucky Barnes engage in a gory and emotional last brawl in Captain America: The Winter Soldier. When Bucky, also known as the Winter Soldier, was believed to have died in World War II, Hydra brainwashed him into becoming their assassin. Once more, Cap tries to save the world, but his old pal gets in the way. The fight is surprisingly bloody for an MCU film, as the Winter Soldier shoots Cap many times. Bucky is stopped when Cap instructs him to finish the job because "I'm with you until the end of the line," which prompts him to prevent his old friend from drowning before vanishing again. Next up, Hulk vs. Thor. Thanks to its vibrant characters, excellent acting, and the ideal balance of comedy and action, Thor Ragnarok is unquestionably one of Marvel's best movies to date. The God of Thunder, who ends up on Sakaar, where the Grand Master stages gladiator matches between various species, received fresh life from Taika Waititi. Thor is pitted against the Hulk, a former teammate and buddy after having his long hair cropped. The Hulk, who has long held the title of Grand Master's champion, didn't let his pal off the hook. After an intense conflict, the two quickly patch things up and start cooperating. Now, Deadpool vs. Wolverine was pretty epic. Although viewers saw a brief glimpse of Wade Wilson, Ryan Reynolds, fighting Wolverine, Hugh Jackman, while under Stryker's control in X-Men Origins Wolverine, no one can imagine the destructive battle between the real Deadpool with his healing powers against Wolverine and his vicious claws on the big screen. The adamantium-infused mutant has repeatedly, ruthlessly defeated the Merc with a mouth. But he's not good at giving up. Wolverine and Deadpool fought each other multiple times in the comic books, with Wolverine typically winning. He even decapitates him once, but Deadpool just keeps going. Speaking of, Wolverine vs. the Hulk was legendary as well. It was a close call in this titanic conflict between two of Marvel Comics' fiercest heroes. The ultimate Wolverine vs. Hulk, Nick Fury dispatches Wolverine to stop the bloodshed as Hulk wreaks havoc throughout Paris, following a painful breakup with his love. The Hulk underestimated Wolverine's skills and thought he could fully destroy him. But even if Wolverine is split in two, killing him will be nearly impossible. The powerful Hulk tears Wolverine's torso from his legs in this match. After this confrontation, the pair square off a few more times, always having the upper hand. Now, this next fight was truly epic. The MCU saw great success with Captain America: Civil War, which starred several of the universe's greatest heroes and told a fascinating tale about Captain America and Iron Man. Conflict over the Sokovia Accords, the new law, and Iron Man's recruitment of both new and veteran heroes results in a massive battle in a Berlin airport. Bucky, Falcon, Ant-Man, Wanda, and Hawkeye are all on Team Cap. War Machine, Vision, Black Panther, Black Widow, and Spider-Man are all members of Team Iron Man. This fight has so many awesome moments, especially when Giant Man makes his debut and when Spider-Man uses his Star Wars expertise. Black Widow's betrayal of her own squad allows Cap and Bucky to escape Iron Man. Remember when Doctor Strange and Loki faced off? Thor's half-brother Loki Loki is one of the comic's most tenacious foes. Although he is at conflict with practically everyone in the Marvel Universe due to his desire for dominance, his opponents can be easily defeated by his godlike abilities. At the height of the Silver Age, it matched him against Doctor Strange. After Loki tricked Doctor Strange into believing he was blocking Thor from taking his hammer by letting Mjolnir fly in his direction, the two squared off after a protracted struggle that took place in Strange Tales number 123. Loki eventually withdrew though. Next up, Bucky and Captain America vs. Iron Man. Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice, although being frequently viewed as a failure due to Jesse Eisenberg's choice for the role of Lex Luthor, the famed Martha moment, and awful CGI for Doomsday, has a lot going for it. Before the Martha fiasco, Superman and Batman engage in a fierce struggle throughout a deserted warehouse, with Superman easily pushing Batman aside. However, Batman outwits the Man of Steel and nearly kills him by setting up a lot of traps, using his cunning, and using some kryptonite. Before understanding that their mothers had the same name, both heroes make some impressive shots and knock each other around like ragdolls. Next, Batman vs. Superman. Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice has many redeeming features, despite being frequently viewed as a failure due to Jesse Eisenberg's casting as Lex Luthor, the memorable Martha moment, and awful CGI for Doomsday. The epic combat between Superman and Batman occurs in an abandoned warehouse, before the Martha fiasco, with Superman easily pushing Batman around. However, Batman outwits the Man of Steel and comes dangerously close to killing him by laying numerous traps, using his cunning, and using kryptonite. Before finding their mothers had the same name, the two heroes make some impressive shots and ragdoll each other. Now, Thor vs. Moon Knight was pretty memorable. Thor and Moon Knight face fight in Avengers 2018 number 33, making Thor one of Moon Knight's most challenging opponents to date. The latter startles Thor by disclosing that Mjolnir is essentially made of moon rock, then ruthlessly beats the God of Thunder with his own hammer before letting loose moons to destroy him. Fans were already taken aback by Moon Knight's decision to challenge Thor, but seeing Khonshu's avatar use Mjolnir proved how much stronger Moon Knight actually was. By thoroughly humiliating Thor with his own hammer, Moon Knight was able to show what a powerful opponent he could be during this conflict. Moon Knight is a fantastic fit for Oscar Isaac, and fans eagerly await his live-action film debut. Next, Deadpool vs. Juggernaut. Everyone is aware of how Deadpool and Juggernaut's confrontation ended. In Deadpool 2, the huge beast tore the chatty mercenary in half like he was wet cardboard. It was both bloody and funny. In their lengthy history of battle, the Hulk and Juggernaut have both prevailed. As part of the World War Hulk scheme, the Hulk defeated a power-weakened Juggernaut with a glancing punch. The Hulk defeated the Juggernaut, but during their battles, he also came perilously close to death, nearly having his neck broken in one altercation. And as the toughest strongmen in the Marvel universe square off in this epic encounter, die-hard Marvel fans can't wait to see the big screen come to life. Another great fight, Wanda up against Jean Phoenix Gray. Fans learned about the Phoenix Force's actual potency and saw Jean's potential while under its sway in X-Men Dark Phoenix. Any superhero or mutant standing in her path would be easily vanquished by her alone. But does she possess the strength necessary to replace Wanda as the Scarlet Witch on her own? In Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, Wanda showed her mettle by having the strength to stand alone against an army of wizards and the ability to modify reality. If Jean is not under the Phoenix Force's influence, many believe Wanda can quickly and easily wipe Jean's existence. It can be a pretty even duel if Jean has the strength of Phoenix on her side. Also, Superman versus General Zod. Even though Man of Steel is sometimes disregarded and is darker than previous Superman movies, the score and acting are unquestionably magnificent. The final minutes of Man of Steel featured a face-off between Superman and Zod, who were both superbly portrayed by Henry Cavill and Michael Shannon, respectively. Superman and Zod fight as they soar around Metropolis, wreaking havoc on everything in their path. When Zod threatens an innocent family with his laser vision towards the end of the fight, Superman is torn between his morals. As a result, Superman is forced to kill Zod by snapping his neck, sparing his family a horrible demise. Unfortunately, guys, that's all the time we had for today. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel, and as always, thanks for watching.